Okay, Scorpio, Spirit says you got some like secrets, honey. You got like a dark side. You got something going on in there, and Spirit says it's time to embrace it. Yes, I'm really jazzed about this one. I can't wait to see what you guys put in the comments about what this is for you. So, honey, this is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising, but especially those Scorpio Suns. Feeling that. Okay, you got Queen of the Underworld. So what the Queen of the Underworld is telling you is to embrace your shadow aspects, your dark side, basically the stuff about yourself that you don't like. And what's so funny is I love Scorpios because y'all can be like a little bit like dark and mysterious, and you kind of have like, you know, y'all are sweet, but there's a lot going on in there, right? And we can sense it. And there's like this big thing about Scorpios being drawn to like maybe creepy things, which, you know, I am too. So again, I vibe with that. Anyway, so the whole point of this card is that Spirit is telling you to connect with the parts of yourself that you might be a little bit in denial of, like the parts of yourself where you might be like, it's a little far, even for me. Spirit's like, maybe lean into it. And by lean into it, look at it, shine a spotlight on it, like understand that it's there for a reason, and that like interest, that behavior, that like whatever it is, it does serve you in its own way. And Spirit wants you to find a way to integrate that into your whole self. So I want you to release any shame that you have, maybe do some shadow work if you're called to it, but definitely look at all these like hidden parts of yourself and be okay with them and figure out how they fit into your whole, because you're supposed to walk forward in your power. So Spirit's like, this is the time. This is the time to do this, not later. Like you've hit a point in your life where it's really important that you really walk in your power and become fully who you are and bring all the different parts of yourself together into a whole, okay? And reinforcing that, you got the High Priestess card. And I feel like there's like a call here for some of you to maybe step into a little bit of like a, you know, a leadership role, but there's also this like embracing mysteries, like if you're drawn towards like some of the like secret sides of spirituality or something like that, Spirit's like explore, you know what I mean? Keep yourself a little removed and, you know, use your discernment, but feel free to like explore some of these things that you might be called to and interested in. But also Spirit says if you do this like facing all your like inner pockets and all this other stuff, you will be able to trust yourself more, because maybe right now you don't completely trust your own judgment, or you don't completely trust your own motivation. I don't know. Spirit's basically giving this like dive into the mystery of you. Dive into some spiritual mysteries and some external mysteries, but dive into the mystery of you and be good with what you see, and then walk forward with a lot more confidence. It's really about having confidence in yourself. It's like all this stuff is going to start clicking together inside you. I can see it, even if I'm not describing it well, but it's all going to start to work for you. You just have to open up these little secret boxes and be cool with what you see in there, inside yourself, okay? And, I was a little confused about this one. I was like, what was I going to say? You did get the Four of Wands crossing you. So I feel like you might be a little bit ambivalent about like a family reunion, or like maybe some like summer vacation plans. Like you're just kind of feeling of two minds about something. And so Spirit's like, hey, trust your gut. You know what I mean? Like, and it's hard when you are feeling of two minds, but if you're really feeling like, you know what? I said I would go on that trip and I'm just not feeling it, then don't, you know, or vice versa. Maybe you didn't think that you wanted to go on the family trip and suddenly you're like, I don't want to miss out, then go. You know what I mean? So just because you said you would do it, and this is coming from me, a Virgo and a Capricorn, I hate changing plans, but just because you said you would do it doesn't mean that you have to. Just really trust your gut on this one, but figure out where you're feeling this like, you know, ambivalence, and sit there and think about it for a second. You're like, what is my gut telling me? Even if it doesn't match what your head is telling you, and just go with the gut. Like you are supposed to be trusting yourself more. And there's going to be a reason that you're either called to do something or called to not do it. And it may not make sense until later, but the big thing here is listen to yourself. Really, really listen to yourself. And I feel like learning to listen to yourself more, being more fully you, like walking in your power, you're having this Wheel of Fortune moment. So you doing what we just talked about and kind of embracing your own energy, that is what gets the wheel moving. That's what's going to like make the wheel turn and move you into a new stage of like more luck, or even like shifting timelines. Like this Wheel of Fortune card for you is really giving like you're going to shift timelines if you can like really be who you are. Like you're going to step into the timeline that's meant for you once you start walking like you are who you are. That's the message, Scorpio. Woo, love that. Okay, and then you also got the 5 of Wands, and so this is like, you may be feeling like a little bit of, I feel like there's someone in your life or a situation coming up where you're going to feel like competitive, and Spirit's like, find balance with that. Like, don't like lean away from it. Don't lean into it too hard. Just have a fair and balanced approach to this like competitive nature. Don't let it turn toxic. But don't be afraid of it either. Like, don't be afraid to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to compete for that. I'm going to like compete for what I think I should get, you know, like kind of have that kind of vibe, but don't let it turn toxic on either side. So you get what I'm saying. Balance is the key on this one. Speaking of balance, this card was a little weird. It kept like coming out, going back in the deck. It was a little weird. It's the Hermit card. So I feel like you might be like going in and out of this like Hermit energy in a couple ways. Like you might be wanting to like go out a bunch and then like, you know, stay home and recharge, and then go out and stay home and recharge. And it's also giving that you're also kind of like tiptoeing around some sort of enlightenment. Like you're about to have an aha moment, but it's like something on the tip of your tongue where you're like, oh, I can kind of feel it in there. Like I'm about to have this like epiphany, but it's just out of reach. So make sure that you are spending time in like contemplation and giving yourself space. And just be a little patient with this one, because you really do have this epiphany coming, but you kind of have to work through the stuff we just talked about before this is going to show itself. And just keep, again, trusting your gut. Like, I feel like going out, I feel like staying home. Like, keep trusting your gut, but just make sure that you're giving yourself space and time and energy to do this inner reflection, and this epiphany is going to come. It actually feels like it's going to be like a big idea that comes in, not just enlightenment about yourself. Like it's like, yeah, you're going to have this big idea that comes in. It's going to be exciting. So pay attention to it when it does come in. Don't shut it like away. Okay. So you got, oh my God, you guys are going to kill me. You did get, I am diplomatic. This always comes out for you guys. You always get upset. Gabby, I'm not diplomatic. Do with this what you will. Spirit is giving you the affirmation, I am diplomatic. I know what you're going to do with that. Okay, 555, I am optimistic. Yeah, Spirit wants you to feel some optimism about like stepping into your destiny, about stepping into this like new timeline with that Wheel of Fortune shift, and have some optimism that this like big idea, this enlightenment thing is going to come. It kind of feels like you know what you want it to be, and you're like, when am I going to have my business idea? When am I going to figure out a way to do blah, blah, blah? There's just something you know that you want to know that isn't becoming clear yet. And Spirit's like, hey, channel the optimism. Do this energy, even claim this energy of optimism. I really want you to claim the energy of changing timelines. And I want you to claim the energy of like owning who you are and like walking in your power, by the way. So claim all of that. But definitely claim the energy of optimism. And then 6-6, oh my gosh, I am positive. So kind of same thing. Wow, interesting. Have faith that the universe will provide for you while you're manifesting your inner desire. So just have faith things are going to work out. Okay, so be optimistic that this thing is coming, and also have faith that things are going to work out. These are two really powerful like reminders and affirmations for you. Spirit really wants you to know your journey is protected right now. That's really the big vibe coming out. Okay, and if you need more, if you want a private reading, I don't DM you for those. Those are just through like the link in my bio to purchase a private reading or book a consult or a coaching session. I will never ever DM you first, and if you DM me, I'm just going to point you to my website. So just go to the website. That's the way to go. Okay, love you, Scorpio. I hope you've been having an awesome weekend. Bye.